Hi, in this video I want to talk about 5 reasons why you should still buy Blu-ray movie discs. Let's talk about it right now. Alright, so most of you who watch this video probably own a lot of Blu-ray discs or are thinking about buying more. Maybe some of you may decide to sell them off. Well, whatever the reason is, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should keep them or keep buying them. Now, I'll give you a strategy at the end, how to go about buying these discs, okay? So let's talk about the 5 reasons first. So the 5 reasons, of course, number 1, obviously it has to do with ownership, right? Being a proud ownership of these DVD or Blu-ray discs. I'm a collector myself, only collecting classic movies that I love to watch maybe 4, 5, 6 times, right? I know some of you are like that, who like to watch the movie over and over again because of the storyline, because of the acting, because of the composition, because of how it was filmed. For me, it's not just about watching the movies, it's about actually how the director or the movie maker do their films, how they work together, the sets and everything. To me, I have this passion about making movies myself in the future. I know I'm not going to be like a blockbuster movie maker, but I would like to try short films in the future and do other narratives, documentary, for example. Okay, so that's my take. I watch the movie so I can learn from it. So as a collector, I have classic movies like I watch over and over again. As you can see here, I have Lord of the Ring by Peter Jackson, the director, and he has done The Hobbits and the King Kong. I like this person style of filming and also what kind of information he gives out. For example, the King Kong, this 4K Ultra HD King Kong disc, for example, has so much information in there. I think tens of hours. In fact, I could say here 13 hours worth of content behind the scene. So I love that Peter Jackson is able to give that to his audience. And it's worth every penny. Okay, I bought this for I think around $25 Canadian. I can't remember exactly the cost of this disc, but even if it's $50, I still would buy it because of the amount of information that he put into behind the scene. And if more producer and director done that with their 4K disc, I would definitely buy it for $30, $40 for sure. But I haven't seen that with a lot of these movies lately. It's just showing the movie, but they don't show you how they do it or behind the scenes. If you have the opportunity to buy a disc that has tens of hours of footage on how they do the film, I think it's worth every penny. Okay, so that's number 1, just being proud owner, collector of Blu-ray. Number 2 is the bonus feature I just mentioned. A lot of this disc may have bonus feature, maybe like 30-minute clips or an hour clips of how they do things, or maybe the director or producer will talk about the film and the actors are also involved and how they got selected to be the cast member and all that stuff. That's very important, and especially when the casting and the acting worked out smoothly in the film, right? They seem to cohese really well. You can tell by the acting that they seem to enjoy acting together. So when you see them talking together and all that, that's definitely a good bonus features to have. And especially for me, because I'm inspired to become a filmmaker, I would like to also know how they do it. And sometimes they talk about special effects and they talk about sound, how sound person does recording and all that. That's, to me, is very important as well. I think it's not just the image, but it's also sound. And also like the costume, how they make the costumes and the sets, right, the props and all that. Those are so important. You get to see that, especially the movie that you enjoy. So those are bonus features. So that's number 2, why you should have these discs. The streaming movies, they don't have this thing. You just watch the movie and you're done, right? If you're that kind of people, yes, okay, just do the streaming, do the online, right? But for me, I love to watch a classic film that I really enjoy and watch behind the scenes. So the bonus feature is so important. Now, number 3, of course, with all this disc, like for example, Blu-ray, I would recommend Blu-ray over DVD and even 4K because 4K is almost twice as expensive as Blu-ray. Okay, and I'll tell you at the end how you can get it really cheap. But Blu-ray, for example, is 1080p, and the sound quality you get 5.1, sometimes 7.1 surround sound. So they are really good. And sometimes they would have like different translation, like French speaking or Chinese speaking or English speaking, and it will not just like the subtitles, but also the voice itself is translated into those languages. So these this has them, but you have to look for them. Okay, so that's very important. The quality on these discs is much better than the online streaming. If you look at the bit rates, you'll see that these is like, can go up to like, 100 megabits or 25 megabits compared to like streaming. It may be only like 5 or 10 or 15 megabits per second, where these things can go much higher than that. And so you will get consistent image and sound. Whereas in the streaming, it depends on your internet provider. Let's say you're watching during daytime, whether everybody's online, you may get choppy images, or you may get sound that is kind of stuttering right through, or you have blocky images, or you get what we call buffering. I call buffering of death. So that is just a bad way to watch movies. You get to the climax and all of a sudden the movie stops. Like, oh no, okay? So that's one thing about these discs. You put it onto your Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray player, and you get to watch it right through the movie, and then also you get a chance to watch the bonus as well. So yeah, these discs, is consistent in when you put it on, you turn it on, you play it, and it will play right through without worrying. Now, of course, you got to watch when you do buy them that there's no scratch on these discs, or it's the warp on the disc or something like that, or there's some damages, right? Make sure you clean them from time to time. Make sure you put on the disc holder itself, right? Protect them, keep them safe. Make sure the environment is, in a normal temperature, not so extreme, right? So preserve this disc, and you can watch it many, many, many times. I would say if you keep it well, in a well conditioned, this disc could last for probably 50 to 100 years. Make sure you take care of them. It's really good that it's consistent with sound and images, so the consistent in quality. Okay. Number 4, of course, is that you have this available, as you can see in my library here. I have a couple hundreds of Blu-ray and DVDs, and I have several 4K. I have, I think, up to 10 4K. I don't collect a lot of 4Ks because they're very expensive. I only collect the classic one that I feel that is worth the money. So yeah, and it may even in the future be able to trade or sell it. Okay, so that's another reason why I buy 4K, because it's very rare now to get these type of discs, especially the classic movies in 4K. So that's why if I find it on sale, I will buy it. But I don't buy a lot of it. Okay, most likely it will be the Blu-ray that I purchase. But yeah, the one thing about this disc is that you get a disc, and it's physical media, and you can watch it unaltered. Now, what you'll find that sometimes society change, and they don't like the content of the movie, and they'll cut it or they'll remove something which should be preserved for its original content, even though you may not like how the director does it and all that stuff, right? I'm more into like family friendly type of movies, and I like the traditional family style of movies and all that, and I do not like that to be altered, and especially things that is preserved in the past, the traditional way of living, and the narratives. I like how it was done in the past, and I like it to be preserved. I don't like it to be cut for whatever reason, even the reason that what the modern society say it should be. I prefer that the movie is preserved so we can see history as is, especially even if it's a history that was made up, right? At least from that classic era, it was what it was and what people believed in it, okay? So I think, yeah, we shouldn't be altering original movies. We should watch this the way it is. If you don't want to watch some of it, just step outside for a couple minutes and come back, right? That's how it is, okay? So that's the thing about these Blu-ray or disc in general. They, once you have the original disc, it's unaltered, right? And number 5, of course, is that these discs, you can sell it, and it's probably worth the same price as you bought it, or maybe even more. And you can trade it with your friends or people that are into this type of things. And you can create more connection. You can have more social group, right? So that's another thing about these discs, is that you can create a community who also does the same thing as you are doing, and you can make new friends, and maybe you get new acquaintances where you can watch the movie together and make comments about it while you enjoy it. It's really about building up communities as well, right? It's not just about collecting these movies, but you're able to talk to people who have common networking, right? Of same belief system, maybe same likeness, hobbies, whatever it may be. But yeah, so that's another thing why I enjoy keeping this, because I can talk to people who has the same hobby as I do, and then I can just whether sell it or trade with them. Okay. Now about the bonus feature, with these discs, of course, you can buy it, but now I see it less and less in major store like Walmart or Best Buy. They don't normally sell these discs anymore, or if they do, they have very small selection, and usually it's new movies, so they are not the best place to go buy your DVD. I would suggest do not buy new. I would suggest you buy used in good quality. Of course, make sure you check it, make sure there's no scratch, making sure that there's no warp on the disc, right? But yeah, definitely go to thrift stores, and then you go look at the disc. Hopefully it costs you less than $3. Now I know the thrift store increasing their price on these as well, which is really bad on them because it's given for free for them, and then they end up selling to us at a huge marginal profit. I think it should still be around $3, $4. It should be more than that. And some of these stores are like increasing the price double what it was before. When it first started, when thrift stores, they used to sell for $2, right, for these Blu-ray, but now it's almost double. Okay, so go through thrift stores, buy used, make sure it's in good quality, and of course you can always trade it, right? So maybe go to convention if there is one around your neighbors, or maybe create one, and you can trade these discs. For example, maybe you have a bunch of movies, Blu-ray movies or 4K movies that you didn't enjoy that much, but maybe somebody might enjoy it, and you do some trading. Now make sure, of course, it's a fair trade. For example, if they have 4K, you have 4K, and it's a movie they like that you have, and vice versa, trade it, right? Or if it's DVD to DVD, that's fair trade, okay? Again, you got to negotiate and make sure that the disc is in good condition. In fact, what I suggest you do is bring a Blu-ray player and watch the movie, making sure that the disc is in good quality, and then then the person who trade with you feel that you're giving them a good disc, and vice versa. All right, so those are the suggestions I would give to you. I definitely will keep Blu-ray, and for a long time I hope that my kids will also pass this on to their kids. I think in the future they might be worth something, but I don't really care. It's more for me is about just watching the classic movies and being able to see how they've done it, and it's unaltered, and I can pass this on to the next generation. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a little heart of appreciation. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.